Andrew Manson.
And I'm Jane Wolfe.
Welcome to the latest episode of NPN TV, where we're aiming to keep you fully briefed on all the latest news from the natural and organic world. Coming up later, we've got a video report for you from the latest Natural Beauty Roundtable, which we hosted here in Brighton earlier this week. And we're going to show you what happened when NPN went down to the woods to join this year's Pukka's party. But first, let's take a look at what's been making headlines this time.
Organic Beauty Week kicked off on the 14th of September, and this year's event is based around the Soil Association's campaign for clarity, a call for the beauty industry to clean up its act. The Hemsley sisters, who are the first ambassadors of Organic Beauty Week, made a special appearance at Whole Foods Market in Kensington on Tuesday to launch the week and talk about their relationship with organic food and beauty.
The gloves came off this week as the national debate on sugar turned personal. In his high-profile Channel 4 documentary, Jamie's Sugar Rush, Jamie Oliver called on the government to introduce a 20% tax on sugary drinks and foods. The programme revealed that 7,000 people a year in the UK have amputations as a direct result of type 2 diabetes, and that the high sugar content of many packaged foods is the major culprit. The Trade Association for the big food brands and retailers, the Food and Drink Federation, got its attack in ahead of the programme. It called Oliver an ill-judged character, suggesting the world would have gone mad if a TV chef decided health policy.
Yeo Valley is on a quest for British organic fruit growers, so it can use more homegrown fruit in its products. The organic dairy brand has created a checklist for future suppliers, with must-haves including organic certification, a traceable supply chain and at least 1 tonne of available fruit. Yeo Valley Marketing Director Dan Rusker explained that while the company has been very successful sourcing British organic milk, it has struggled on the fruit front, often being forced to source from overseas.
A major new review by scientists in the UK and Ireland has shown that supplementation cut hospitalisation cases by a remarkable 16.5%. The scientists reviewed 19 international studies into the use of supplements in care homes and the community and were able to comprehensively demonstrate the economic case for supplementation. Positive outcomes achieved by participants in the studies who were given supplements included improved quality of life, reduced infections, reduced post-operative complications and reduced falls.
New research has found that 26% of Brits think gluten is the hardest allergy or intolerance to live with. This is closely followed by dairy and nut allergies, while being a vegetarian and having a shellfish allergy was said to be the easiest to deal with. Even with the recent introduction of the EU's allergen information rules for restaurants, a third of people claim that it's still a struggle when eating out, with gluten-free options remaining limited.
The Fairtrade Foundation says that it's 100% behind the concept of Fairtrade milk, but not necessarily the right organisation to invest in the work required to set up a scheme. The charity says it makes a distinction between farmers in developing countries and those living in comparatively prosperous countries. It also argues that a UK Fairtrade milk scheme would need to deliver against sustainable agricultural practices and high animal welfare standards too. But Patrick Holden of the Sustainable Food Trust, and a dairy farmer himself, argues that Fairtrade should start at home. He has challenged all the certification bodies to come up with a fair trade milk scheme that would guarantee welfare conditions and ensure the mark met with consumer expectations. Next up is this week's first video report. A couple of weeks ago, NPN headed for the Yeo Valley Lake just outside of Bristol, the 2015 Pukka party, where customers, friends and supporters mingled with the whole of the Pukka team for an evening of drinks, fabulous food, great company and lots of dancing. Let's take a look inside. It was a fantastic night, lots of fun. And when the sky darkened and the stars came out, it made a pretty magical scene. Meanwhile, back in Brighton, Natural Products News and the Natural Beauty Yearbook recently hosted the second Natural Beauty Roundtable discussion. The event brought together brand owners, bloggers and certifiers for an on-the-record discussion of the opportunities and challenges for the natural and organic beauty sector as it grows and reaches out to new customers.
To have different labels for every different country.
Editorial highlights of the discussion will be featured in the 2016 Natural Beauty Yearbook, out in November.
Is this not then how global...
That's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.